So hi beautiful people, I hope you all are doing great manze, wherever you are joining me from. Welcome, happy new month. It's finally February and I'm excited manze to see this new month. I hope you are. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, this is Shalom Speaks, a channel where we speak about almost everything. We speak about relationships, we speak about godliness, we speak about life experiences, etc, etc. And manze, you guys, I'm really sorry. Let me start by apologizing because I know I was supposed to post this video on Friday, but I don't know what happens. Yani sijuangi. I don't know, you'll have to prosecute me. But I'm really sorry from the bottom of my heart. I am really sorry. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different, yeah? Because initially I had planned, there is a topic I had purposed for us to like go into it to depth and just discuss it, but something kept on ringing in my mind and I'm like, okay, why not share a bit of a life experience that made me learn something when I was still a freshman, yeah, especially with this period yenye we have people who are transitioning from high school to campus. I hope they come across this video, and if you have a cousin, if you have a brother or a sister who has just completed their high school education and moving forward to their campus education, I basically feel like you should recommend them to watch this video. So kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I drop a new video. Welcome, voila. So hadithi. Ooh, yeah, this is a little bit interesting. So let me take you back to when I was joining, yeah, when I was a freshman. So coming to Mombasa, actually I had never lived in Mombasa all my life. I did not know Mombasa. I did not know what to expect. So coming to Mombasa was a whole new something that excited me, you get. Because I was excited, and then I was excited sitakuwa like na someone to look after me. I will be a free bird, yeah. I will be determining at what time I come back at the hostels, at what time, and whatever, yeah. So the freedom actually excited me. So coming this side, I was actually supposed to live with a relative. So in my first term, I lived with a relative, and then the second time I moved into the hostel. So I was supposed to be receiving some sort of support from someone whom I won't mention, because I feel like they did their best to support me where they could. So basically, in as much as I was receiving the support, it was very little, because you find mse anakutumia, because at the hostels we were paying 4,000 per month. Yeah, 4,000 per month, and then they send you, let's say, something like your 4K or 4,300. So you have to withdraw that money with the 4,300, and then you have to ensure that you remain with something. So I was remaining with something like 200. Moving into the hostels, it was a little bit intimidating for me, because when I left home, I only carried the small suitcase. No one ever prepared me for what I was to going into in campus. I didn't know that huku tutakuwa tunavaa nguo kila siku. So I had carried, and I think I only had like clothes for a week or something. So I had to keep on redoing the clothes over and over again. But I found very good roommates whom I appreciate and who are still my friends till date. They didn't make me feel inferior or anything. So that fast forward, because also myself, actually I was confident. I didn't want to show people that, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. But in real sense, I was really suffering. So tumekuja kwa hii 4,300 yetu mse. Like I withdraw that money, I go pay the caretaker for the rent. Mark you, I have not eaten, and we weren't allowed to cook in the hostels. So I'm remaining with around 100 and something. So msichana, that is how I used to survive. I call relatives here and there, tell them, hello, can you send me? Someone tells you they will send you, others they send, others do not send, and I totally understand. I do not want to blame anyone for that. So fast forward, this Sunday I'm coming from church. It is late, like it is around no, I went to the hostels at around 4 in the PM, and then I delayed going to look for my supper. So I was coming I was coming out of the hostels to go look for my supper at around towards 9, let's say. So in Mombasa, the interesting thing is that Mombasa on Sundays they close early, something that I didn't know. They close early, so eating places, the cafeterias on Sundays watu wanakuanga on a relaxation mode, or the weekends basically. So mimi huyo hapo I go. I start sasa naanza kutembea, yani a long distance. So I come towards a place called Tononoka. For those who know Tononoka, yeah, I come towards Tononoka. It's even near town, sasa it's near CBD, because I was looking for food, and my hostels are in a place called Buxton. The people who are familiar with Mombasa can relate. So it's quite a distance, unaona. Nafika, and then there is this guy. So this guy comes, anakuja from behind me. He was a mature man, yeah. Alikuwa anakaa mtu ako in his 30s anaelekea 40. So he taps me. Me, I'm busy minding my business. I'm hungry. I don't have money. Nilikuwa kwanza sayo niko na, I think it was only 50 bob, and I wanted to look for chapati madondo or chapati surwa. And I just say, this is my last supper. So I'm there. The guy taps me, and then I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, Ati, hi. You know, you look like, no, actually he mentioned a name, and then he asked, are you so and so? And then me, I'm like, no, I'm not the one. And then he's like, no, I taught you while you were in your first year, and you have really grown, you are really big, are you still doing so and so? I'm like, no, like you're confusing me with someone totally different. And then he's like, oh, I'm really sorry, so like I just want us to be sort of friends, are you okay? Because I've really confused you for my student whom I taught in my first year. And then the guy is like, okay, can you like quickly take me to my car so that I pick something from the car? Hey, mimi na ujinga wangu na freshman wangu, see, I follow the guy. I follow the guy to the car, tack. But I also feel I had some sort of greed, and also what I was going through, because I was like, oh, this guy is driving, voila, and all that. And then also I was a lukewarm Christian, to be honest. I was a lukewarm Christian, so there was no conviction of the Holy Spirit inside of me. And also, like, sayo ni njaa ndio wewe unaona. So me, I followed the guy to his car. I thought maybe he wants us to talk and all that and what have you. Me, I follow him, and then he opens the car. I get inside. Imagine, till there tuanga nafikiria, what if this guy had kidnapped me? What if he had kidnapped me? Sai singekuwa hapa. But anyway, I really thank God for that. So I get in the car. The guy opens his wallet, and then he starts telling me, will 20,000 be enough? So this is a conversation he starts while we are still walking, and then he's like, if I give you 20k, will it be enough? Mimi with my freshman, I'm like, wow, that is a lot of money. You would have really helped me. Nini. Asa mimi, at the back of my mind, Julizi, why is he telling me, will it be enough? I don't ask him, enough to do what? Hey, yeah. So, and then he's like, what is your shoe size? Where do you do your shopping? You know, this talks, this high talks. I think he was a Luo. That is what I think. I'm not really sure. So I get into his car. We are there. And then he tells me, will 20k be enough, or I add you more money? Me, I'm like, okay. Me, I'm like, 20k is a lot of money. I'll really appreciate. Nikidhania tinapoa bure. By the way, Kenya hakuna kitu ya bure. Freshmen who will be doing this, just know Kenya hakuna kitu ya bure. So me, I'm like, oh, that will be a lot of money, because nilikuwa kashamba pia labda. That will be a lot of money. Haya, ananifungulia wallet, mse. Naona tu matao. And then that is the time I think zita mpya zilikuwa zimeanzanga kuingia matao. Was that? Yeah, matao zime line up, mse. Nikasema yes. I thought sasa he's handing me the money, and then me, I leave. Woe unto me for thinking that there is something for free. He tells me, you know, I had a girlfriend and she's outside the country, so like nimekuwa na dry spell, nini. Me at that time, to be honest with you guys, I don't know the meaning of a dry spell. I was that innocent. So I'm like, okay, I'm listening to him, and then now the freaky part, he starts now holding my thighs. Hey, I'm like now pulling his hands back, and then he's asking me, kwani what is it? Because he thought when I told him that is a lot of money, I'm in agreement, because kumbe this is like a language, a slang language that they use Will it be, I can't tell you, will 20k be enough? And you already know like this 20k is for doing so and so. Yeah, mimi sasa sinaanza ile kwa resistant, and then he opens the wallet again, and then he's like, I can add you more money if you feel like this is not enough. I'm like, hey, me hapana, no. The guy goes on and says, manze basi just like touch me so that I can hey. So me, I'm like, hey, no, me, I cannot do that. So me, I'm freaked out. I'm feeling angry because he wants to take advantage of me. So the guy ni kama pia yeye anakuwa furious, why mbona mimi nakata ku reciprocate, you get? And like the way he had taken his time trying to convince me like I'm his student and all that. So the guy gets annoyed and angry. Me now, I'm trying to open my door so that I can get out, and then I tell him, kindly open the door for me so that I can get out. So na hiyo asira yake, he opens the doors and then he's like, get out of my car. And then I'm like, okay, mi nikatoka. So I went there. At that time I went to the hostels. I didn't find any place because he had already wasted like 30 minutes time yangu. So I didn't find food. I went back with my 50 bob. The guy, I did not agree with him. So like basically it was just a weird sort of experience. And basically when I went back to the hostels, I was asking myself, sasa na mimi na hizi shida zote napitia, mazesi, I just give in to this guy, maybe he can transform my life. Sasa yeah, the bad thing, like he never gave me his number, and I feel basically that was also God's plan or God's way to protecting me, because if he had given me his number, absolutely I would have been tempted to call him because of what I was going through. And one thing that I was just thinking through it is that, like, at times, despite whatever we are going through, like, it is very challenging. By the way, if there is a place that is very challenging, is campus, because you have to keep up with the others, due to peer pressure. If you are a person who is easily swayed, that is. And that is why when I talk to people who are joining campus or who are in campus or in any arena of life, peer pressure go all over. Just be you. Never want to keep up with anyone. Just be the real you. Be your real self. So you want to keep up with others because others are making their nails, others are making their hair, others are buying new clothes any new time. You want to go in because of peer pressure. But I really thank God because that thing never swayed me to that extent yaku. But I felt bad when I went to the hostel. Junajuliza sasa na hizi mashida zote na help imekuja na nikakata. But one thing that was very evident, one of the things that can prevent you from such drama, number one, no matter the situation, just like stand by your grounds, look for something like a side hustle, something that you can do. And like I will really want to add, if you have like someone in campus or in college, manzia wasiwa kupigiwa kwambia nataka food, just like kindly try to support wherever you can. If it is 100 bob, if it is 50 bob, because you know a majority of us are quick to judge, but you do not know what these people are going through in school. At our boys, especially boys, for boys it's even worse, by the way, than us girls, because a girl actually can decide that like they want to compromise their stand and they give in and they live like the big girl sort of a lifestyle, because that is what I hear, billionaire, oya jikashi, chopping and spending. So it is upon you to chop and spend and come out of the university with other things. But I basically feel like campus and colleges is where like most of the people lose it in life, basically because they want to fit in. So one of the things that I will urge us is not to want to fit in, just be you. Never want to afford something because mtu anataka afford. Never want to do this because, and just create a good circle, people that you can call or run to when you feel like things have hit the rock, when you are hungry. Like chakula ni kitu msee hawezi kunyima if you have genuine friends. So rather than looking for things that are out of your league or out of your class, just opt to live a simple life. And trust you me, there is nothing as being patient, because the moment you are patient, God obviously opens doors mysteriously. Me, I will tell you the other story, part B of the story of how God like just transformed things too for my good, and apparently things changed while I was still in school. And last but not least, also let us just learn to be content. Whatever you have, be contented, because I have seen people in the hostels, like some people, they can afford at least a manageable, they can eat, they can at least manage, but you just want to there is something just pushing you that you are not contented with what you have to look for other things. Just learn to be content, and I promise you, like, things will just work out for your good. So basically that is it. This story is very interesting, and I have several stories similar to this, others which are dear, others which I really don't love talking about them, but I basically felt like today I should just share this with you, just to bring to your attention that you don't have to live a life that you cannot afford. If you cannot afford a life, just basically live a simple life, submit and surrender everything to God. There is nothing as good as number one, just creating that good relationship with Christ, because the moment you have a good relationship with Christ, He is able to place a conviction in you, and it will make you flee anytime you're faced with a temptation. And like me, that time I was a lukewarm Christian. I wasn't even able to have your conviction ya kuniambia we just flee, this person is not genuine. But if you just like put your focus on Christ, He can never fail you. So that is it, lovely people. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Manze, tell a friend to subscribe. For the right now we are 39 subscribers. Yeah, 39 subs. Thank you very much. And also, like, the watch hours are doing very well, but there are a couple of people who are watching the videos and are not subscribing. Manze, let's do this. Certificate to 50 subs. Thank you very much, lovely people. Hit the notification bell, subscribe. Peace. I love you. God loves you more.